everybody, welcome back to Vibing with the Guzmans. So today we're going to be making some ALOHA fried rice. It's going to feature this bacon that I got here from the salvage grocery store. I only paid $4 for a pound of this Smithfield bacon. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it out of this package here. We'll fry it up and then I'll show you the next steps for this easy recipe that is going to use up a lot of the leftovers that you may have. You can customize this rice to your liking or whatever you have on hand, because the goal is to use up what we have, minimize leftovers, things of that nature. Let's go ahead and get started cooking. I just want to show you the quality of the bacon that I got here. As I said, I only had to pay $4 for the pound of bacon, and it looks like it's in really good condition. So I just want to show you all that going to the salvage grocery store, you can find a lot of things that, are inexpensive, but still good quality. So let me just get it into my pan here. Don't mind me touching it. When I'm cooking my bacon, I like to put it in the pan already warmed up. I put my stovetop to a 3, and then I put the bacon in there. I don't add any grease because, of course, the bacon is going to cook in its own grease. So after a few minutes, the bacon is cooked to my desired doneness. I'm going to go ahead and get it moved from this pan, put it onto a paper towel so it can continue soaking up. And we're going to reserve the oil that's here because it's free oil. And why use extra oil when you already have some good quality oil that you can use for your fried rice? So we'll reserve that. Okay, so in goes the bacon grease into this dish. As you can see, it has the little bits and pieces of the bacon at the bottom. Now we're going to go ahead and get started with chopping up our vegetables for this dish. So I'm going to just cut up this one onion here. I always like to cut off the sides here first. I'm not sure, but I always start with that. But I'm trying to do it in a way that I can get the peel off as easily as possible. And so I find that by cutting the ends and then just peeling off the first 2 layers or so like that, I'm able to get to the onion part itself fairly quickly. Now, I'm not going to lie, man, my eyes were burning and I was like, I should have used my onion chopper, but I didn't at this time. So here we go. We're just going to go ahead and get started with slicing and dicing to my desired, doneness. Crazy thing is, I really never am a person who truly likes to cook, but I do find some enjoyment in trying out new recipes and trying to figure out how to make things interesting so we're not eating the same kind of stuff over and over again. So I was inspired by this recipe by starting off with these sausages that I had got from the salvage grocery store. They were chicken sausages and they had pineapple in the sausages. So that's what led to me doing this recipe today. So as you can see, I have 2 bell peppers that I have washed and cleaned up and everything. I did remove the top, and I do like to take my knife and go on the inside to remove this inner membrane of the bell pepper. Then once we get all of that, cleaned out, then we'll go ahead and slice it up into slices and then dice it. But I do like to get all of that tough membrane out of there and remove as much of the seeds as possible. So as I was saying, you can pretty much make this recipe whatever you want. These are just things that I happen to have on hand. And so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in. But if you don't have the bell peppers or the onions, just make it work with what you have. Here we have our bacon. It's all ready to, a nice crispness there. We're just going to give it a quick chop so that way we can get it added in. I thought that by putting in the bacon, it would give a nice contrast to the sweetness of the pineapple. I'm not one who usually likes to have fruits in my meats and stuff like that, but I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and try something new. So that's why I made the bacon, to kind of balance it out. If you Google salvage grocery store near me, I'm sure you'll be able to find some options in your local area. The recipe I was following called for half a cup of pineapple, but I just went in with a couple pieces here, and I said, you know what, let me just chop it up really, really tiny. I'm hoping that by putting in smaller pieces of pineapple, it would disperse the flavor and not make it too strong. Then I had a bag of mixed vegetables. I took out all the green beans from the mixed vegetables. I just wanted corn, carrots, and peas. So here's that sausage I was telling you about. This sausage was actually from Target. Well, it was a Target brand, Good and Gather. So I just put some bacon grease in there to help fry it up. And here I'm going to go ahead and make my eggs. So with the eggs, I just want to say normally when I'm making fried rice, I would add it into the pan with all the, rice and the vegetables already in there. But this time I cooked it on the side. Here we're going to go ahead and get the onions translucent, and then we'll add in our mixed vegetables here to cook along with it. So we're going to add that in, and then there you see also the green bell peppers. So we just want to cook these until they're a bit soft. Okay, here I'm just going to put whatever seasonings I want. I figured that Maggi Sazon complete seasoning would work really well here, in addition to a little bit of light salt. And then we're also going to add some garlic powder. So let's sprinkle that in. And then this ginger I felt would give it a nice little punch as well. So I'm not putting a lot. It's just that it's hard to come out. And then lastly, I'm going to just add some black pepper. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add to it our cooked sausages. I love how they are kind of crisp there, and get it all mixed in. Next, this is some leftover yellow rice. Usually with fried rice, you use cold leftover rice, and of course, traditionally you might use white, but I had yellow rice, so that's what I'm going to throw in here, and just get everything well incorporated. And then finally, we're going to just go ahead and work on our eggs. So as I was saying, I'm going to cook it separately this time into a pan. We really liked how it came out this way by cooking it over here. And then you get some really large but yet soft kernels in the eggs. You see how thick it is there? You just do that by cooking it at a lower temperature and just letting it sit. And then so now we're going to mix the eggs back into the rice and get it all incorporated. We're going to put some sesame seed oil. Be very light with this because it can give like a strong taste. And then we're going to add what little bit I had left of my soy sauce. So I'm just going to pour it all out there. We'll put back in our pineapple bits. We'll get it all mixed in there. And as I said, I did run out of soy sauce, but everybody has this leftover bag of condiments from like Chinese restaurants and stuff. So I'm just going to put in here about, I'm going to put 5 packets of soy sauce. I think that really should do the trick here. All right, so now I'm just going to get it all mixed up again, well incorporated, and then after that, we'll go ahead and add in our bacon bits so that way, it'll provide that level of saltiness to the dish, and we should be finished at that point. This is the final product. Look at that outcome, guys. I rated this probably a 8 out of 10. I think my son also rated it 8 out of 10. My husband, I think, gave it a 6. But try it out. Thanks for watching.